नमस्कार, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है गाइस आपके अपने चैनल KFCS पर। तो गाइस आज बहुत कुछ हुआ आज दिन भर में और कुछ रिटायरमेंट्स भी हुए। थोड़ी-सी आँखें नम हुई, थोड़ा अजीब-सा लगा कि कुछ ऐसे प्लेयर रिटायर हो जाते हैं वर्ल्ड कप से पहले। तमीम इकबाल उनके बारे में बातचीत करेंगे। उससे पहले वर्ल्ड कप क्वालीफायर में नीदरलैंड ने फाइनली क्वालीफाई कर लिया है। जिनकी उम्मीद नहीं थी वो हुआ है इस बार वर्ल्ड कप क्वालीफायर में। श्रीलंका की टीम शानदार फॉर्म में नहीं थी, श्रीलंका पहुंच चुकी है वर्ल्ड कप खेलने के लिए इंडिया, और अब नीदरलैंड भी जाएगी इंडिया खेलने के लिए। तो नीदरलैंड और श्रीलंका अनएक्सपेक्टेड विन था। और अगर बात करें श्रीलंका की तो उन्होंने वन साइडेड विन किया है, वहीं नीदरलैंड की टीम ने बड़ी बड़ी टीमों को हराया है। और अगर बात करें उन टीमों की तो वो आपके न्यूजीलैंड हो गए, सॉरी वेस्ट इंडीज़ हो गए, आपके स्कॉटलैंड हो गए। तो ये ऐसे टीम्स हैं जिनको हराया है नीदरलैंड की टीम ने। और एक बार फिर से बताया नीदरलैंड की टीम ने कि वो क्यों ख़ास है। और इससे पहले भी वो वर्ल्ड कप में खेले हुए हैं। तो आयरलैंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं आ पाई, जिम्बाब्वे के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा दुख हुआ, वेस्ट इंडीज़ की टीम नहीं आ पाई। और एक बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त जीत, और जीत के जो हीरो रहे सिर्फ एक थे, वो बेस्ट डी लीडे उन्होंने ना कि 5 विकेट लिए बल्कि 122 रन भी बनाए। तो बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त मैच, एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट मैच में। और बहुत ज़्यादा दबाव भी था नीदरलैंड के ऊपर कि 45 ओवर में चेज़ करना था उन्हें टारगेट एनी हाउ, और उन्होंने 42 ओवर में कर दिखाया। तो एक ज़बरदस्त बैटिंग कह सकते हैं कि क्या ज़बरदस्त बल्लेबाज़ी की। चेज़ करते हुए आसान नहीं था क्योंकि टीम के जगह मैं बात करूँ स्कॉटलैंड की तो बहुत अच्छे फॉर्म में थे प्लेयर्स, बट फिर भी उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिया। थोड़ी बातचीत करते हैं कि किस तरह का परफॉर्मेंस था बेस्ट लीडे का, किस तरह से उन्होंने डोमिनेट किया। और अगर मैं स्कोर की बात करूँ तो ऐसे टाइम पे बहुत ज़्यादा होता है स्कोर, बट कभी भी जो है उन्होंने रिक्वायर्ड रेट उन पे हावी नहीं हुआ। और जिस तरह से बेस्ट लीडे खेलते रहे ज़बरदस्त तरीके से, इससे पता चलता है कि किस ज़बरदस्त खिलाड़ी है। तो एक बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त विन मैं कहूँगा नीदरलैंड के लिए। तो हमारे साथ व्यूअर जुड़ चुके हैं। अ, अभिनव कैसे हो? तो भोजपुरी स्टाइल में पूछें कैसन बा? ठीक है। ओके। तो वही जो भी कोई जुड़ना चाहता है मेरे साथ जुड़ सकता है। मैंने कमेंट बॉक्स पे लिंक प्रोवाइड किया हुआ है, आप जुड़ सकते हैं मेरे साथ। और जैसे ही 12 बजेगा फिर हम एमएसटी को विश करेंगे, साथ के साथ चर्चा करेंगे कि उनके रिकॉर्ड्स, जिस तरह से उन्होंने डोमिनेट किया इंडिया पे, इतना लंबा करियर रहा एज अ विकेट कीपर बैट्समैन। तो अभी बात मैं कर रहा था कि किस तरह से नीदरलैंड ने आज गेम खेला है, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त। अगर मैं कहूँ तो नीदरलैंड के लिए एक मेमोरेबल विन रहेगा ये, क्योंकि नीदरलैंड को नॉट ओनली रन रेट का इशू था बल्कि बहुत बड़ा इशू। तो वेलकम राहुल अय्यर।
Hi Kunal.
या सो राहुल अय्यर, so many things happens today. Retirement of the Mimi Iqbal, Paul Sterling captaincy, Netherlands finally qualifies. That was very really shocking. So how you
Yeah,
think?
absolutely. I think the highlight of the day is Netherlands qualifying for the World Cup. It was an absolutely fantastic qualification for the Netherlands. Really, I have to say it came out of the blue because even with like one or two games to go, nobody thought was giving Netherlands a chance. We were all focusing on Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, or whether West Indies will pull off a miracle or come back, or maybe Scotland will somehow qualify. We were focusing on all those, but Netherlands really came out of syllabus today. What they did is amazing. Scotland, they delivered two knockout blows in their last two matches. They knocked out West Indies, they knocked out Zimbabwe, and today Netherlands really took out Scotland. So all of Scotland's matches have been pretty much knockout matches. Somebody has gotten knocked out today. Scotland really got knocked out. In fact, Netherlands winning the match altogether was not really in the question too much. It was
yeah,
whether they would do it within the 44 overs or not, because technically speaking, the match became a 44 over match, not a 50 over match.
yeah,
So yeah, the match became a 44 over match, not a 50 over match. So Scotland, they had to keep bowl according to a 44 over match and not a 50 over match. That is the thing. But Bas Delete really, he's the one who really won it for Netherlands single handedly. He did it single handedly. I have to say, he got 5 wickets with the ball, scored a century with the bat. What more do you need? The only thing he could have done more is maybe stay till the end, hit the winning runs.
yeah.
Other than that, there you he's done nothing wrong today. He's done no wrong.
Yeah, if we talk one another batsman from Scotland, that is Brendan McMullen, taking wickets also 106 runs. So I think apart from McMullen, no one tried their best.
Yeah, it was really disappointing. It actually looked like Scotland was pulling things back in the middle overs with the ball. After Netherlands got off to a good start, it looked like Scotland was starting to pull things back. They're slowing things down, and they brought it to a stage where Netherlands needed to score at 10 runs per over to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, but in fact, the 2 overs before the winning runs were hit, that's where the game was lost pretty much.
yeah. But anyhow, overall, we can say, Rahul, that in this World Cup qualifier, we enjoyed a lot of matches. Unexpected things happen. So many turnaround in this World Cup qualifier.
Yes, absolutely. It's been a qualifier. It's been a real seesaw qualifier. It's gone like back and forth. It's been very unpredictable. The unexpected has happened in many matches. Scotland, until this point, they were the ones producing a lot of the upsets. They upset Ireland, then they upset West Indies, Zimbabwe. They almost defeated Sri Lanka. They gave themselves a chaseable score against Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, they didn't do the job with the bat that day. But Scotland was really competitive in this tournament. Netherlands, they came from nowhere and really
Yeah,
went on to win the to make it to the World Cup. Zimbabwe, West Indies not reaching the World Cup was shocking. Zimbabwe was doing really well until the last 2 matches, and then they couldn't do it. They couldn't get the job done. Really, I think Sri Lanka has been the best team of this tournament. The only team with whom you could say it was an expected result. You expected Sri Lanka to be in the top two, and they've lived up to the expectations. Others have even gone lower than their expectations or higher. Not the case with Sri Lanka. They've had come into this tournament with expectations, and they really fulfilled it.
yeah. Okay. So Krishna, are
Yes.
your views on Netherlands? How Netherlands come into this tournament and how they end?
Yeah, means nobody expected Netherlands in ODI format to qualify for the World Cup. In T20, I know it's anybody's game in T20 cricket. Even a small team can. If you saw Ireland defeating England, so Netherlands qualifying for T20 World Cup was means it was pretty much okay, okay. But in ODI World Cup, I didn't expect Netherlands to qualify, but the players stepped up from the Netherlands batting, especially in today's match. Basdalit scored a very good century. In crucial game, he scored a century and he's made it team to qualify for the ODI World Cup.
Yeah. So do you think that there's something you feel for Scotland too? Because for Scotland, Brendan McMullen was playing like an all-rounder alone.
Yeah, it
So
was a means it was Scotland was dependent on one player, so that is not possible in ODI format. You have you need a team performance. Every batsman has to score for your team. So one player scoring for your team can't make your team win. So that was a big problem for Scotland as well.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about the retirement also and so many changes after World Cup qualifier. How you see Paul Sterling as a captain of Ireland? Krishna Nayak.
Yeah, Paul Sterling is an experienced player. Andrew Blugby retired, right? From
Uh, he is resigned from captaincy. He will play for Ireland, but captain will be now Paul Sterling. So how you see Sterling in ODI format?
Yeah, Sterling is an experienced player in Ireland cricket. So him captaincy in the team will means every player will be means he will guide his players to the victory. Means every captain wants that, but in his captaincy there will be new changes in the XI. Uh, and Sterling is an experienced player, so making an experienced player as a captain is good decision from Ireland as well. So and Bagbirin's captaincy was also in means after the ODI World Cup they didn't qualify, so after that they changed the captaincy to Paul Sterling. Let's see how Paul Sterling does his captaincy for Ireland team.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so coming to Rahul Ayer already I think I have discussed with you regarding this. So let's discuss. Do you think that how Tamim Iqbal announced his retirement, does it fair for him because Bangladesh was already qualified for World Cup? That was very important World Cup, and might Bangladesh have some chances in Asian conditions?
Mm, yeah, absolutely. I think Tamim Iqbal should have waited for the World Cup to end before announcing his retirement. I never like it when players they announce retirement when a big event is coming up. See, even if you want to retire, there is a certain timing for it. If you want to retire from ODI, let's say T20 cricket, yeah, now is a okay time maybe. Even that question mark because T20 World Cup is also 1 year away from now. But generally speaking, you should when you retire from particular format, it should be after a major event. uh, that is the way to retire in any format. You should not, especially when you're one of the main players in the team, you shouldn't. You can't just retire as and when you want. You have to also see the team, what the team needs, and when and if there is a suitable replacement for you. You can't just suddenly say you're done. You have to. Players do have a responsibility to decide when to retire, whether there is a replacement or not, or what big events are coming up. You have to time your retirement according to that.
Yeah. Okay, so Krishna Nair, do you think that is this a right time for Tamim Iqbal to take a retirement because Tamim Iqbal is very important player,
Yeah, I
good
feel
aggressive batsman.
retirement means it's not a right decision by Tamim Iqbal to retire because World Cup is soon nearby in 2 months. So retiring from this format as a player, experienced player for Bangladesh. I know there are many experienced players in Bangladesh cricket, but Tamim Iqbal in ODI cricket has a very good record uh, and is a good player of spin as well. So him retiring is a very big blow for Bangladesh cricket as well. I feel after Tamim Iqbal retirement, the morale of Bangladesh cricket will be down because he has led Bangladesh to um, uh, series win as well against India in 2015. I feel
Okay,
so that's a good record for him. So player like him missing the team will be low morale. So I don't know who will be the next captain of Bangladesh cricket. I feel it will be Shakib Al Hasan or Mushifiqur Rahim. I feel.
yeah, okay, okay. So any memorable innings you remember for Tamim Iqbal? as he's already retired from international cricket. Krishna Nair, any memorable innings you know you want to share?
I especially don't know because I haven't seen Tamim Iqbal more, but I remember he was captain when India Bangladesh won the ODI series against India. I feel he was the captain. I am not wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yes, in his captaincy first time.
Yeah, so that was a good series win for him as well. But he has good records in Test cricket as well. That especially in Bangladesh ground. So and recently he didn't play Test cricket against India, India as well, or India or against Ireland, whichever the recent series were there. I haven't seen him playing the series as well. So I feel. Uh, there are many openers for Bangladesh.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Definitely,
yeah, there are many.
if we see some of the like Nazimun Hussain Shantu, he is
Yeah, no, Shanto is a good prospect for Bangladesh cricket. Yeah, yeah. Recently he has hit a century as well. So he's a good opening prospect for Bangladesh. But Bangladesh needed a um, uh, what you say the like Australia has Warner, so you need a experienced opener for Bangladesh cricket that Bangladesh will really miss that. So
But in
that's a
my
big.
suggestion, I can also say that Rahim is also good option because he's that type of player. If he got some time, he will play good knock as an opener maybe.
Yeah, but
You
Rahim
could
will
even
bat
try
in middle
Mehdi
order.
Hassan as an opener. He has opened quite a few
Yeah,
times in Bangladesh Premier League, if I'm not wrong. You could make him
yeah,
and try him at the opening slot, at least in T20, if not ODI and Test. At least in T20 cricket, you can definitely try Mehdi Hassan as an opener. He has batting abilities.
yeah. Okay, so Rahul Ayyar, any memorable match for you, Tamim Iqbal?
To be honest, I'm sorry to draw blank, Kunal, on this because I've not followed Bangladesh cricket closely enough, as closely as other teams to really tell which are his memorable
Yeah,
knocks. But I know he has been an excellent batsman for Bangladesh over the years in all three formats of the game. So,
yeah. But I will share you one of the memorable match. Actually, I know one of the match for his strike rate and one of the match for his century. I know there was a time when Bangladesh were playing the T20 World Cup qualifier. At that time, that was must-win match, and Tamim Iqbal was only batsman who scored century in T20 format for Bangladesh. Still, this is a record. No one in T20 has made a century still. And one more knock I know that when the in 2015 World Cup when India versus Bangladesh was there, Taim Iqbal was playing with a good strike rate. I think around it was 120 plus strike rate. So I watched that match. So that was memorable for me. And when I see this Bangladesh team in a TV, I always cheer that when Tamim Iqbal is in the crease, Bangladesh can win. Otherwise, match over. So that was some memories with me for Tamim Iqbal. Okay, guys, today's special video. Okay, when the when there will be 12, then we will wish Amos birthday, happy birthday, and then we will discuss their achievements. Okay, so within 10 minutes. So now focus on Ashes. So Rahul here finally we always talk about Mark Wood. Today Mark Wood proves that why we are asking for Mark Wood in place of James Anderson. Pfeiffer.
yeah, absolutely. This English bowling attack looked so much stronger and menacing with Mark Wood in the attack. Not just Mark Wood, but Chris Wokes also. Both of them really looked threatening. And Australia, the Aussies pretty much looked all at sea against them.
Yeah, definitely. And if you see that if you are putting Australia all out in the first day, then you can say that bowling attack is now looking good. Chris Wokes 3 wickets, 5 wickets, uh, Mark Wood and 2 wickets for Stuart Broad.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
great
Yeah,
bowling
very good
performance.
performance.
And good thing is that uh, Root is there. Root is standing with you. That is a great thing. And I can say that Barrister and Root can make a good lead. Can make. They now there is chance to mm, put some pressure on Australia. Take some lead of around 250 runs, 200 to 250. It is possible now. Do you think, Rahul?
Mm,
It is chances?
I mean, there are chances, of course, but we have to. Although Root is at the crease, England is still in a little bit of bother, in my opinion, with the bat. They didn't do very well. They lost 3 wickets before stumps. Yeah, this looks like a bowling paradise. This wicket, definitely not the kind of wickets England has been churning out over the last year or so. But they're in the game. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to say England is really ahead as such at this moment with 68 for 3 in response to 263. It's hard to say England is really ahead in the game, but they're in the match. I think it's right now evenly poised at the moment. The first session is going to be very important. That'll kind of determine which way the wind is going to swing in this match.
Yeah. Okay, Rahul Iyer, I saw you the my choice for playing 11. See how Harry Brook out cheaply. So it was better that you put Root in number 3. Then might be you have one more batsman remaining.
Yes, absolutely. Harry Brook is not a number three batsman, and he's not someone you want coming in at one down and being exposed to the new ball. He should be brought in later where he can where there is not much swing. The ball is old, and that's when he can is that's where he's really of use.
Yeah. So over and all, you can say Rahul Iyer, this is a good chance for England to come back in this series
Yes,
because as of now, England can come.
yes, it's definitely an opportunity. Although having said the match is at 50-50, you won't have Australia in this kind of position very often. So you have to make use of it. Uh,
Yeah.
Australia is not going to get bowled out mm, uh, in under a day every time. So now that you have them bowled out and you are batting, you have to kind of try and bat them out of the game. Even I'm going to say get a huge. England should aim to get a big lead. Hopefully, go through the first session tomorrow without maybe losing just 1 or 2 wickets. Add on another, not even 1 or 2 wickets. Try and even aim not to lose a wicket. If you go not without losing a wicket, or either that or just 1 wicket, then you can say that the game is turning in England's favor, and from there they can try to go and build a lead.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we have Ashwini here. Will I think Ashwini is also excited to celebrate Dhoni birthday. So within 5 minutes we will start that also. Uh, so Rahul Iyer, a few comments on Michelle Marsh innings. After so many times he's getting the opportunity to bat in test match.
Yes,
Yeah,
Only a player.
yeah, absolutely fantastic innings. Australia was in trouble at the lunch break, and Mitchell Marsh, he just came in. He pretty much gave England a taste of their own medicine. He did baseball. Made uh, he did Mitch ball. I'll put it that way. Mitchell Marsh did Mitch ball on England,
Yeah,
and he scored a century at a runner ball, 100 strike rate. That too, he was playing and hit 17 fours and 4 sixers. So he really was aggressive and
and 1 wicket.
helped Australia recover.
And 1 wicket also.
Hmm?
Have taken 1 wicket also.
Yeah, now he took a
Jack
wicket.
Crawley.
So he's very much in this match.
Yes. ओके तो अश्विनी जी बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका.
yeah. धन्यवाद कुणाल भाई and राहुल and कृष्णा भाई का भी.
Yes, yes.
Hi,
या
Ashmi.
हाँ तो अश्विनी जी आज जो एशेज का मैच हुआ कितना मजा आया मार्च को
I
देखकर.
think मेरे को मार्च से ज्यादा वुड की बॉलिंग देखकर मजा आया.
हाँ वुड का.
जी, एक्चुअली फास्ट बॉलिंग का शुरू से फैन रहा हूँ, तो जिस तरह से आज वुड ने बॉलिंग की, तो आज ये साफ पता लग रहा था कि इंग्लैंड ने क्या मिस किया पहले दो टेस्ट में. आई थिंक the inclusion of Wood in their attack, I think, will bring that extra bit of spark in their bowling lineup, and also Chris Woakes too. I think this is the type of wicket. It's a bit similar to, you can say, that Australia and South Africa type of wicket. This wicket has a lot of bounce, and I will compare this wicket bit of like a Brisbane wicket where there is a spongy type of wound, and also a lot of carry for the fast bowlers too. If a bowler is bowling from his shoulder there, they will get a extra bit of carry there. I will also want to see Josh Tongue in this wicket. Then this England attack looks more scary with the inclusion of Josh Tongue in place of Holly Robinson. So I think England make
Yes.
the use of the condition very well there, and the spell by Mark Wood, I think that was excellent, excellent.
Okay. Okay. Your views on Tamim Iqbal retirement, because I see the press conference that Tamim Iqbal was in tears after announcing
Yeah.
retirement. Maximum players are happy, but Tamim Iqbal is in tears. I think there is some problem from Bangladesh end.
I think I don't know the full issue of Tamim Iqbal, but I think over the past years he is struggling with his injuries, especially with the bad back. I think that is also one of the factors that he has to go retirement so early, just before 3 months before the World Cup. And I think there are also issues with the Bangladesh board, not with the Tamim Iqbal, but the other Bangladesh players too, the likes of Sakibul Hasan, Mushafiq Rahim there. What I saw in Bangladesh board over the years, I think they are very strict board there. They don't, you can say, that lenient on the players if they do some indisciplinary actions regarding their game. And over the years, what I saw there, I think their players have some issues with their board too. So this is also can be the reason, or maybe some personal problem too. I don't sure about that, but I am very much sure. I think he is struggling with the injuries in the past 2 3 years. But I think
Yeah.
it's a big loss for Bangladesh cricket, because we saw Tamim Iqbal from 15 to 16 years. I still remember that 2007 World Cup where that 18 years old Tamim Iqbal stepping down the track to Zahir Khan, then one of the world's and India's best fast bowler there, stepping down to mid wicket to the sixth there. So that's the arrival of Tamim Iqbal there, and from there on, Mushafiqur Rahim, Sakibul Hasan, they carry on Bangladesh batting, and he has a big contribution for the Bangladesh team, the team they are now at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So you are shocked, Ashwani, seeing Netherlands in a World Cup
Yeah,
qualifier, winning what?
I am little bit shocked, but I am very happy for Netherlands teams, because uh, what I saw this Netherlands team from 2021 World Cup, I think most of the credit, I think, goes to their former coach there. I think Ryan Campbell. I think he is the main instrument behind this Dutch team there, because if you saw this Dutch team, I think they are also a group of expatriate players. They borrow players from England there, borrow players from New Zealand, borrow players from South Africa there. But I think credit to him, he formed that group there who can win the matches from New Zealand for Netherlands there. So one of the best thing I think Dutch team has got, they had got that fighting spirit in them. And I think if you saw Netherlands there, I think they are, I think, very competitive in any sports. If you saw in hockey, if you saw in football, in any other sports, they are much like Australia in sporting culture there. So I am not very surprised there, but I think these things are good for the associate teams, that they are carry forward there and short their you can say that strength there, that they can compete at this level. And the best thing about this ICC World Cup qualifiers there, the way we saw the levels of associate teams in this pool, the likes of Scotland there, Netherlands there. Ireland is little bit disappointed, but they are also a team which can pose threat to any you can say that strong member team there. And even if you look down there, I think Oman is also played really well, and UAE too. I think USA is little bit disappointing, but more they will play cricket and more there you can say that homegrown players involved in their team. I think they will also evolved as a team or in the future.
Yeah, of course. So happy birthday, MS Dhoni
Yeah,
now. Today is 7.
Yeah,
So I think I don't need to ask anyone. All the Dhoni fans are here. So start one by one. Tell each and every record because this is a day where we always I can celebrate this day as a trophy day also
yeah,
because India is searching for trophies since 10 years. Might be this year we will get a trophy in India. World Cup is there, but one man, three trophy. So start from Rahul Iyer.
Yeah.
Rahul Iyer, can you tell the story of Dhoni from starting, if
So
possible?
MS Dhoni, he was the son of. He was born and brought up in Ranchi. He used to be a railway ticket collector, and
Yeah,
his father used to water pitches. Actually, he used to
yeah,
water cricket pitches. That's
yeah,
probably where his interest for cricket came in. But initially, actually, his interest was in football. He used to be a goalkeeper in football, and he's a big Manchester United fan, just
and
like
yeah,
me. Yeah, so I'm happy for that. Uh, so, first of all, Dhoni didn't want to be a cricketer, but he got into cricket. He was a goalkeeper in football, and so very naturally, wicket keeping in cricket came to him. And yeah, he also used to be a railway ticket
collector.
collector. So from there, he really came up the ranks. In fact, mm, probably he's one of the first like famous cricketers to come from a very humble city like Ranchi. Most of the famous
yeah,
cricketers are either like from Bangalore, Mumbai, some big cities. In those days, most of the famous cricketers came from the really big cities. But Dhoni came from a
yeah,
place like Ranchi. In fact, he used to play for Bihar as well in the domestic circuit because there was no Jharkhand initially.
Yeah,
Jharkhand used to be a part of Bihar, but many states ended up splitting up, and so he
yeah,
represented.
South Bihar usually.
Yeah, he used to be. Yeah, he used to play for, I think, yeah, South Bihar. So he's
Now, I
really.
think Ranchi is part of Bihar, but it is considered as southern portion of Bihar,
yeah,
much like you can say that other states which are splitted from, because if you see Uttarakhand is also the part of UP there, so it also split to the another state, much like Bihar and Ranchi.
Yeah, absolutely.
yes,
So Dhoni, I think he made his debut in 2004 or 2000. I think 2004. I think it was his.
2004 against Bangladesh,
Yeah, I remember his
yes,
career started with a
run
run
out.
out, and it ended with a run out
yeah,
in 2019, unfortunately. But his career started in 2004, but it was really in 2005 that he started to realize his potential as a batsman. He was spotted by Ganguly as a talent, and he started off almost the same way as Rishabh Pant, like how Rishabh Pant was at the beginning of his career, like as an aggressive batsman. That's how Dhoni started off as well. He was a very aggressive kind type of batsman. Then in 2007, uh, you guys all know we had the disastrous ODI World Cup, and then
yeah,
there was a T20 World Cup as well. Um, and Dhoni becoming captain was then a surprise to all of us because most of the seniors they opted out of the tournament, but there were still players like Gautam Gambhir, Virender Sehwag, Yuvraj Singh who are there to captain, who are kind of senior to Dhoni. They all came into the Indian team setup before Dhoni did, but they gave the captaincy to MS Dhoni, and I was wondering how did this guy
Yeah.
become captain all of a sudden. So but he proved everyone wrong in the very first tournament. We ended Dhoni. You won't see it. It's very rare in cricket. Somebody becomes a captain and their very first tournament as captain, they win an ICC trophy. That's a very rare thing. I don't think many captains are going to achieve that anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I think that really very unexpectedly, that was the start of an era, and the rest is history from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I talk about this MS Dhoni, I remember only one innings of 183 in Jaipur against Sri Lanka. That has slightly changed the mind of Indian cricket also, because when they see Dhoni after that match, Dhoni was promoted up of the order. We can see the Dhoni in number three, number four position, and suddenly Indian cricket team got such a wicket-keeper batsman, an aggressive batsman. And you see the most of the partnership with Yuvraj and Dhoni. So I think there was game-changing moment. His career-changing moment was 183 versus Sri Lanka, right, Ashwini?
Yeah, I think if I want to talk about Dhoni, I think there are many things which you probably know maybe better than me. But I think I first watched Dhoni in that try series, which I think got live in the TV. I saw a bit of visual there, intense sports there, where I think India A, Pakistan A, and against Kenya. I think that series I think gave the actual recognition of MS Dhoni, and he scored a magnificent 100 against Pakistan, against the attacks like Junaid Jia. There are some prominent name, Riaz Afridi, the brother of Mr. Shaheen Afridi. They also played in that match. Even the likes of Misbah Ullah, he's also played in that match. So that inning actually got him the recognition, and he got the eye of selectors there. I clearly remember that in 2004, when India got selected for the Bangladesh tour, there is a debate between the selectors there, and I clearly remember the word of Mr. Atul Vasan and Maninder Singh, former Indian cricketer. There they're talking about Dhoni's name there. So I first heard the MS Dhoni's name there. So there is a, you can say, that tussle between who will be selected in that squad. There is a Dinesh Karthik who also debuted in 2004 there. Dinesh Karthik, Parthiv Patel, MS Dhoni. So selected opted for MS Dhoni there. But if you saw his first series, I think your first impression got that he looks like an average sort of cricketer, or you can say that a very jolly type of cricketer with the long hair. uh, अपना थोड़ा मस्ती में रहता है प्लेयर. लेकिन जो धोनी का मैं कहूंगा एक्चुअल उनका जो निखार आया, आई थिंक वो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान की सीरीज से आया. जब पाकिस्तान इंडिया आया था 2005 में, तब धोनी ने गांगुली उस टाइम कैप्टन थे, गांगुली ने उनको नंबर 3 पर प्रमोट किया वाइजैग में, जो उन्होंने 148 मारा था. वहां से एक्चुअली धोनी का रिकॉग्नाइजेशन आया, और वहां से धोनी धोनी जो नाम चमका है वो वहीं से चमका. लेकिन हाँ, आपकी बात सही है, जो धोनी का जो कहते हैं ना, एकदम से जो स्टार वैल्यू बढ़ा है, वो जो उन्होंने जयपुर में श्रीलंका के खिलाफ खेली थी, वो मेरे को याद है, दिवाली का दिन था उस दिन. 183 मारा था उन्होंने, बहुत ही शानदार इनिंग खेला था. संगाकारा ने भी 100 लगाया था उस मैच में. आई थिंक 138 139 लगाया था, और बहुत ही जबरदस्त इनिंग खेली थी. उसके बाद आई थिंक धोनी ने मुड़कर नहीं देखा, और मैं कहूंगा वनडे इतिहास के, आई थिंक या व्हाइट बॉल में कहें तो ही इज मे बी द best finisher, or you can say that top two finishers in world cricket, along with I think Michael Bevan and MS Dhoni. अगर आप वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट फिनिशर्स का नाम लेंगे तो आपके पहले दो नाम धोनी और माइकल बेवन का ही आएगा. और जिस तरह से आई थिंक MS धोनी ने ओवर द इयर्स इंडियन टीम को लीड किया, जैसे राहुल बात कर रहे थे 2007 में, जिस तरह से वो एकदम से उनको कैप्टन बना दिया गया, क्योंकि तब सिलेक्टर्स देख रहे थे कि कोई ऐसा प्ले यंग प्लेयर्स लो, क्योंकि जो T20 फॉर्मेट था वो भी एक टाइम पर बेबी फॉर्मेट था, और फर्स्ट टाइम T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो रहा था. और जो सीनियर प्लेयर्स थे वो, मैं कहूंगा कि उसको सीरियस नहीं ले रहे थे. सचिन हो गया, द्रविड़ एंड गांगुली टू, दे डोंट, you can say that, take it that seriously. After that 2007 debacle, they want to concentrate on, you can say that, longer format more too. So they give that young team to MS Dhoni and made him the captain. और धोनी के हाथ उन्होंने छोड़ दिया कि आप जो मर्जी ले. तो I think that's Dhoni's brain that he picks players like who can you consider contribute more to the team. He likes that type of player who are multi-skilled sort of players. If you see in that squad, Joginder Sharma is there who can contribute with the ball and the bat too. Irfan Pathan is there, and also I think he also you can say that don't take up the team which are totally inexperienced. He combined the blend of youth and experienced guys too. So he will take Yuvraj, Sehwag, and Gambhir too. He knew the value of these guys too because they are of same group of MS Dhoni. Sehwag is 3 years older than MS Dhoni. Gambhir and Yuvraj are same age of MS Dhoni. So he knew the potential of these guys, and these guys are actually good fielders at that time. सो धोनी का ये था कि वो इस तरह के टीम प्लेयर चाहते थे, एक तो वो मल्टी स्किल्ड हो, बैटिंग बॉलिंग से कंट्रीब्यूट करे, तो सहवाग और युवराज में कैपेबिलिटी थी, प्लस गुड फील्डर्स हो। युवराज आई थिंक फील्डर जो युवराज का जब शुरू शुरू में आया था, जैसा उनका फील्डिंग का स्टाइल था, थोड़ा सा वो इंजुरी के बाद कम हुआ था, बट वो अभी भी सेफ फील्डर थे सहवाग की तरह। तो आई थिंक तो धोनी ने जिस तरह से वो टीम को लिया, एक तो जो वो चाहते थे उनको वो मिला, प्लस उन्होंने पहली बार हमें दिखाया है कि युवा प्लेयर्स को किस तरह से बेटर इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है। तो जिस तरह से उन्होंने जोगिंदर शर्मा का इस्तेमाल किया, आई थिंक वो जो लास्ट फाइनल है उसी के दम पर आज वो डीएसपी बने हुए हैं। ठीक है, वो एक मैं कहूंगा बहुत ही एवरेज सॉर्ट ऑफ प्लेयर थे, कोई बहुत बड़े नहीं थे आई थिंक, लेकिन धोनी ने जिस तरह से उनका इस्तेमाल किया वो सराहनीय था। आरपी सिंह, मैं कहूंगा कि आरपी सिंह ने अपने कैरियर में बेस्ट जितना किया वो धोनी के ट्यूटलेज में किया है। रॉबिन उथप्पा को जिस तरह से इस्तेमाल किया, यूसुफ पठान को जिस तरह से उन्होंने ओपनिंग करवाया, वो उनका दिमाग था क्योंकि सहवाग फाइनल में इंजर्ड हो गए थे। तो आई थिंक धोनी ने ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ यूथ का ही बेटर इस्तेमाल किया, लेकिन उन्होंने सीनियर्स का भी बहुत अच्छा इस्तेमाल किया, क्योंकि आपको पता है जब सीनियर टीम में होता है कोई यंगस्टर कैप्टन होता है तो वहां पर एक तरह से मतभेद का भी रहता है कि भाई कि तुम मुझ पर हुक्मरानी कर रहा है, बट उन्होंने जिस तरह से सीनियर्स को भी मैं कहूंगा कि बहुत अच्छा हैंडल किया, वो भी देखने लायक था। क्योंकि सचिन हो गए, द्रविड़ हो गए, गांगुली हो गए, कुंबले, इनको कैप्टनसी करना आसान काम नहीं है। तो वहां पर आप एम एस धोनी को मैं कहूंगा श्रेय दे सकते हैं, लेकिन मैं ये भी कहूंगा कि उनको उनसे गाइडेंस भी मिली। लेकिन धोनी का जो असली इम्तिहान था 2011 का वर्ल्ड कप जिताया, लेकिन 2011 और 15 का जो पीरियड था जिसमें विराट आए, रोहित आए, सुरेश रैना, ये पहले भी आए थे, लेकिन उसके बाद ये टीम के एक तरह से प्रमुख प्लेयर बन गए। फिर वो ईशांत शर्मा को लेके आए, अश्विन को लेके आए, जडेजा को लेके आए। जो आज के आपके जो स्टार प्लेयर्स हैं वो धोनी की ही मेहरबानी है, जो आप जिनको आप आज सराह रहे हैं, जिनको आप पूज रहे हैं, वो आई थिंक धोनी का ही योगदान है कि उनको प्लेयर्स बनाने में। क्योंकि आपको पता है रोहित शर्मा का मेरे को वो पीरियड याद है 2012 में कि उस बंदे से आई थिंक स्कोर नहीं हो रहा था। श्रीलंका में आई थिंक वो सीरीज गया था जिसमें लगातार उनके जीरोस जा रहे थे, 1 रन था, तो वहां पर आसान था कि उनको डिस्कार्ड कर दो। लेकिन धोनी रोहित को लेके आए, उनको पता था इसका पोटेंशियल क्या है, उसको ओपनिंग करवाया उन्होंने, और आज देखो रोहित शर्मा है। सिमिलर केस विद विराट कोहली हो गया, अश्विन हो गया, जडेजा को धोनी ने कितना बैक किया। जडेजा शुरुआत में मैं कहूंगा कि बहुत फ्लॉप रहे थे, ऐसे प्लेयर बॉलिंग करते थे लेकिन उस तरह से बैटिंग नहीं हो पाती थी। मैं कहूंगा जडेजा आज जो प्लेयर है वो थोड़ा 3-4 साल लेट डेवलप हुए हैं, लेकिन उसमें भी धोनी का हाथ है। ईशांत शर्मा जो बॉलर है आज बने, उसमें भी धोनी का हाथ है। लेकिन मैं कहूंगा कि ईशांत शर्मा ने भी थोड़ा सा टाइम लगाया, बट वो असली बॉलर विराट की कैप्टनसी में मिले। तो आई थिंक धोनी ने बहुत ही यंग प्लेयर्स दिए इंडिया को, पर और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि वो अभी तक हमें यंग प्लेयर्स प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं जो इंडिया को आगे जाकर सर्व करेंगे।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। अगर मैं अप्स एंड डाउन्स की
जी
बात करूं तो बहुत स्ट्रगल किया इन्होंने, क्योंकि अगर ऐसा स्ट्रगल कोई दूसरा बंदा कर रहा होता तो डेफिनेटली क्रिकेट छोड़ के चला जाता, क्योंकि बहुत अप्स एंड डाउन्स देखने को मिले। स्पेशली सबसे बेकार मोमेंट तो वो था जब 2007 में 50-50 वर्ल्ड कप में बांग्लादेश से हार होती है और धोनी का घर जला दिया
आई थिंक मैं कहूंगा कि फैंस का मैं कहूंगा बहुत ही ज्यादा
जाता।
अग्रेसिव नेचर था। आई थिंक ये धोनी के साथ नहीं, बाकी प्लेयर्स के साथ भी ऐसा हुआ। आई थिंक इंडिया में जो फैंस है थोड़ा आउटरेज पे चले जाते हैं, बट आई थिंक अब थोड़ा सा मैं कहूंगा कि काम डाउन है। इतना ज्यादा गुस्सा नहीं है। पहले अगर आप 2003 में देखें, 2007 में देखें, इवन पहले देखें तो स्टेडियमों पर प्लेयर्स भगदड़ मचाने लग पड़ते थे या बॉटल्स फेंकने लग पड़ते थे। बट आई थिंक आपके थोड़े से, मैं फैंस कहूंगा पहले से लिटरेट है और पहले से थोड़े ज्यादा समझदार है। उस टाइम फैंस मैं कहूंगा कि थोड़े ज्यादा पैशनेट थे, थोड़ा जज्बाती ज्यादा थे। मैं ये कहूंगा कि अगर आपकी टीम परफॉर्मेंस करती है तो एकदम से उनको उठा लेते थे, और या अगर आप डाउन होते हैं तो बहुत ही ज्यादा, जिसको कहते हैं कि अग्रेसिव रिएक्शन आता था। बट मैं कहूंगा कि अब थोड़ा सोशल मीडिया आने के कारण वो अपना गुस्सा सोशल मीडिया पे जाहिर कर देते हैं, तो वहां पर उनका गुस्सा थोड़ा सा मेल्ट डाउन हो जाता
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल।
है।
बाकी मैं
Yeah, so meltdown
बा
on social media better than meltdown in public.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, okay. Okay, so talking about all the records of MS Dhoni, also that he was the good player of Test cricket
Yeah.
also in some matches like 148, 200 runs against Australia. That was great. Although he was not that great in Test match for longer time, but the time when he was start losing in Test match, he gave the captain
I
in a short
think
time.
that was a smart move by MS Dhoni, because he knew that after the debacle of that 4-0 series, because he knew that his time is in Test cricket is not much longer, and that time the chairman of selector is Mohinder Amarnath there. He want to skip down MS Dhoni from the captaincy there, but the backing of, you can say that, N Srinivasan in his side, so that उसकी वजह से वो आई थिंक थोड़ा थोड़ा और लंबे अरसे तक कैप्टनसी किया उन्होंने। आई थिंक नहीं तो उस सीरीज के बाद वो शायद कैप्टनसी से शायद ओडीआई और मैं कहूंगा रेड बॉल से वो स्किप डाउन कर देते। बट आई थिंक थोड़ा सा मैं कहूंगा कि वहां पर एन श्रीनिवासन का भी रोल रोल रहा, और आई थिंक उन्होंने वहां पर, आप कह सकते थे कि MS धोनी जैसे प्लेयर को 100 टेस्ट खेलने चाहिए थे, बट आई थिंक मैं कहूंगा उन्होंने वहां पर फैसला सही लिया था। या राहुल।
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Dhoni was definitely not as good a test captain as he was in limited overs
या
cricket. There's no doubt about that. But there are a few positives in test cricket too.
या
India dominated at home in test cricket under MS Dhoni. We won 21 out of 30 tests at home under MS
या
Dhoni, and we lost only three test matches. So that is a phenomenal
I
record.
think Rahul, you should also remember that under MS Dhoni, India won a Test series in New Zealand too.
Yeah,
yeah,
India won a test series in New Zealand as well, and we also drew one in South Africa.
I think I think after 30
And we
years, India
almost,
won,
in
won a
fact, in
Test.
South Africa, we almost won. I think,
Yeah,
we were very close to winning the deciding test against South Africa and winning a test match series over there. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But of course, just like we say, the yardstick for success in test cricket is succeeding in South Africa, England, Australia, and New Zealand. uh, Even among those countries, I would say success in Australia and England holds slightly more weightage than
yeah,
success in
yes,
South
yes.
Africa and New Zealand.
I think
In
if you saw that South Africa series, and that time South Africa is the number one team in the world,
No,
and
no, no.
and
Actually, South Africa was number two. India was number one. Still, they were number one.
at that time their team was very dominating team and even better team than Australia. If you saw in that team, ABD Villiers, Dale Steyn, Morne Mokal, they are peak at his power. Even the likes of Jack Collis,
Yes,
Graham
absolutely.
Smith. So that was a superstar team.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, actually, a lot of people at that time they criticized Dhoni for doing
Yeah,
CSK quota when, if you recall, when he included Ashwin and Jadeja in the squad. But 10 years later, I think that was back in 2013 or something, when the transition really happened like that. But 10 years later, you look right now, Ashwin and Jadeja are still going strong. They're the best two spinner. They're our spin duo every time India plays at home. They're the main two spinners in the team. Anytime India plays a test match at home, Ashwin and Jadeja are automatic selections
I think
for the team. So he has
I
really given them a career. Sorry, 1 minute, 1 minute.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he has um, really given them a career. He left behind a very strong spin bowling attack, and today in the limited overs cricket or even in test cricket, you always see fan rivalries between Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, right? um, I think as an MS Dhoni fan, I'll proudly say that Dhoni had a role in both of their careers.
Yes, yes,
uh, with the Rohit Sharma as an opener, he trusted Rohit Sharma as an opener in limited overs cricket. That was in 2013. 10 years later, Rohit Sharma is one of the probably the best opening batsmen of this generation, in my
yes,
opinion.
yes.
I think there's no doubt he may not be the best opener of all time, but in this generation, Rohit Sharma is the best opener. And I
I
think
think especially
there's
in
no
white
doubt
ball
about
cricket,
that.
white
And
ball cricket.
and also for Virat Kohli as well, Dhoni really backed Virat Kohli a lot. I often say on a lot of my groups and social media chats that Dhoni was probably Virat Kohli's best friend in the team. Even if others did not like Virat Kohli as a person in the team, MS Dhoni backed him. When Dhoni gave up Test captaincy, who did he give the captaincy to? He gave it to Virat Kohli. When Dhoni gave up limited overs captaincy, now even more importantly, at the time that Dhoni gave up limited overs captaincy, Rohit Sharma had already won two IPL trophies as a captain. Dhoni
Yeah.
could have easily handed the captaincy to Rohit Sharma based on that. And Virat Kohli didn't win any IPL trophies as RCB captain. Dhoni could have easily given the captaincy to Rohit Sharma, but he trusted Virat Kohli instead. So
Yes,
A lot of Virat Kohli fans still troll MS Dhoni today, but the fact is, MS Dhoni was Virat Kohli's best friend in the Indian cricket team, and a lot of Virat Kohli's stature today is in
because of
many ways
MS.
due to MS Dhoni. It's due to Kohli got the backing of MS Dhoni, and if you ask Virat Kohli himself, he will tell you that how valuable Dhoni was in his career. Yes, every player has no player gets